afternoon from Medellin. I'm so happy to do this video right now. This is one of my favorite videos to do because we had really good news today. Those two here got engaged today, so felicitaciones, congratulations. Woo! That is amazing news, so thank you so much for coming here, joining and sharing your stories, because we know that we have a lot of guys watching the video who, thinking about maybe coming to Medellin or coming to Colombia and don't know if it's real, if it's possible to really to meet somebody, if the women are real, if the connection is real. So that's why I want to ask them a little bit how was the meeting, how was the story. So Philip and Marilyn, so one of our beautiful couples. And Philip, where are you from? When did you start? How was the whole thing? How did it work for you?
West Palm Beach, Florida. And I met her about a month ago. And
but you started, you met her in person a month ago, but you started earlier, right?
Yes, we started corresponding in late November of 21. And I met her in December of 21.
And how was it when you met her? Did you know that it was her?
I just knew.
You just knew.
As soon as I made contact with her visually, I already knew that I liked her during all of the correspondence we were having. So visually it was just icing on the cake.
And you two were not even, you had a little bit of difficulties actually meeting. So you actually met other people before you met her because you were not able that we could arrange, like it was our fault, we could not arrange a date for you when you were there. So can you tell how that worked? Because it's a crazy story. You would think maybe he meets then somebody else, but still met her and still was in love with her.
Yes, when I first came, I was supposed to have 3 different dates, and somehow it got messed up and I wasn't able to meet anybody, so I went back to Florida and I came back 2 weeks later, and then I had 3 dates arranged. One wasn't able to come, and I met another young lady before I met Marilyn, and that was a good date, but when I met Marilyn I knew that she was the person for me.
Okay.
Yes.
So guys, this is also a very important thing, like sometimes you think you meet different women and this is wrong or whatever, but if the connection is with that one, and that is what I tell the woman and the man always, like if there's a connection, it doesn't matter with how many guys she goes out or with how many women you go out. If the connection is there, it will be there. And other important thing is as well, if you are in letters and you want to go on a date with a girl, get in touch with the Phoenix office or try to get at the Phoenix office to arrange the date, because just in the letters you're saying I'm there and I'm coming and I'm arriving, that doesn't really work out because we have to organize, she has to sign your IMBRA form, etc., etc. So that was the issue you're having in that point. We didn't know that you wanted to go on the dates, like officially, let's say. You were writing obviously to her, and she said I think she was just available on Saturday, and then you couldn't meet. And so you flew home without meeting her. What a pity. And then you came back 2 weeks later? Oh wow, but that's great that you still said, okay, I'm going to go again. You didn't give up. Why didn't you give up?
Because I knew that we were having such a good correspondence and I just had to meet her.
Okay.
Plain and simple, that's it.
How much time did you spend when you met?
Our first date, we only spent 2 or 3 hours together. 2 hours. And right on that first date, we both knew that we belonged together.
I say, I am your girlfriend.
Yeah.
No more girls.
Okay.
The driver, I say, I see your car. No more girls. He said, what? Yes, I am your girlfriend.
Oh, wow.
So I know that the first time I see him.
You as well knew when you saw him that this is your man?
I have 2 months date here in the agency, 2 months later. But with him, I don't know why. It's different. Only in 2 hours, I say. And the week, and this week, the same week, he said, "You married with me?" I say, "Yes."
Oh, that's amazing. That's beautiful. And Marilyn is not that she didn't date anybody. Marilyn, you are with us now for 3 years, right? 3 years. And did you meet people here? ¿Conociste otros hombres?
Yes. I don't remember how many, but 2 months later. Mm-hmm. 2 months later, I am working 2 months. I said, Manuela, please help me because I am working 2 months. But I say no other man because I'm working. But he say in the letter, I say only can the Saturday. You can this day because it's my one day free.
So the Saturday when you were supposed to meet, she wrote in the letter, you wrote in the letter, it's my only day, and you never got that? Or you got that? No.
That was our original date.
Okay.
I didn't get to see her.
That date. The first time, yeah. And so, 1 month later, un mes más tarde, 2 semanas más tarde, él vino y de allá finalmente se conocieron en persona. ¿Y cómo fue después? ¿Comunicaron a través de WhatsApp? ¿Hicieron videollamadas? ¿Cómo fue? ¿Cómo fue con el idioma?
Obviamente por cartas. Tuvimos la primera cita, duró 2 horas, me fui a trabajar. Después, al otro día yo no podía porque tenía que trabajar. Al lunes siguiente salimos nuevamente y ya desde ahí ya no nos separamos más.
Beautiful, beautiful. She said when they met, the first date was 2 hours, but it was an incredible connection. And then after on the next day she had to work, and then I think they met a couple of days later again, and then it was like, that's it. We're together, we're in the relationship, nobody else, and we're going to compromise to each other, right? That was the...
Absolutely, that's how it went. And she didn't want any more letters from anybody, and I didn't want to correspond with anybody else after that.
And how did you find AFA? How did you join? Why did you join a marriage agency in another country?
I have a friend that is married to a Colombian woman, and she's really, really nice. And then he always told me how nice she was before I met her. And he said, you need to go to Colombia.
Okay.
and I researched it on the internet, and that's when I found AFA.
Are you a single man looking for love? Check out our website at
colombianlady.com.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Then click on the notice bell to get notified every time we add something new.